All right. Friend of the show, Brian Haremza, wrote this question. He says, does Arn believe the Four Horsemen could have worked if Rick was not the world champion? For instance, what if Rick was the U.S. champion or part of the tag team champions and maybe Tully or Barry or even yourself were world champion? Or was Rick's charisma too much to where he needed to be in that world champion role?
Yes. He did. Brian, you perceive it exactly right.
Yep.
That was our bragging rights, and it could be a situation, especially when we all had the belts. If one of us was the U.S. champion and two of us were the tag champions, and then we could top it off. Oh, and by the way, the world heavyweight champion, our flagship, the flagship of the industry. It just made it special. And it again, what are your requirements as a horseman? Protect that world title. Protect Rick. Goal number one. That's why the run-ins made sense. We told you point blank, you think we're going to let you come in here and take that from us? Take it from Rick? No, you're not. We're telling you up front. So when the run-ins came, they were expecting it, but it made sense.
Yeah. Matt S. has another fun question. If Arn and Tully hadn't been managed by Bobby Heenan in the WWF, would Arn have preferred to have been managed by Jimmy Hart, Mr. Fuji, Slick, or the Genius?
None of the above.
None of them.
None of them fit except Bobby.
Bobby or nobody else. There you go.
We could do our own talking.
Okay. Nicholas Swineland's up next. He said, we want you to tell us what is the best cheap beer and why is it Lone Star?
I've never had a Lone Star beer.
I haven't either.
Is it rotten?
I don't know. I haven't had it. I guess it must be pretty cheap and shitty. What is your favorite cheap beer?
Well, this wasn't my favorite, but this was one that I'm sure you did and everybody else. When we used to get 3 or 4 of our buddies living in Rome and drive down to Panama City for the couple days, we'd save up some money and go in there and pile 5 of us in a room. And in those days, you could get, in Panama City, Florida, you could get a 6-pack of tall Old Milwaukee now for $4. Wait a minute. No, it was a case. It was a case you could get for $4. And man, was it rotten. No, it was fall. You know what it was? It was Falstaff.
Okay.
You ever heard of Falstaff?
Nah, not a big beer guy.
God, it was terrible. And it was literally like $4 something for 24 of them.
I'm a basics man. I'm like a Miller Lite, Michelob Ultra. Just to give me the domestic light beer, I'm fine.
I did when I was drinking, I did the Miller Lite. In the bottle, ice cold.
Yeah.
Nothing wasn't broke, nothing to fix.
That's right. Simple.